Hello and welcome to Just One More Watch. A thumbnail like that can mean only one thing. It's another Chinese special from GEARBEST.com. It seems like ages since I last did one of these because it has been ages since I last did one of these. I've got another Guanchin with about 73 different complications on the dial spinning away, ready for review early next month as well. But today it's kind of part review and part rant, a rant about sapphire crystal and why Seiko, Orient, Citizen and others still refuse to fit sapphire crystal on entry-level watches when companies like this can manage it for far lower prices. And I think there's kind of two parties to blame here. I think the watch manufacturers are to blame here, clearly cutting a corner, making a saving, making more profit at our expense, but I think that we as consumers are also to blame for this. I mean, I just picked up two brand new Seikos, neither of which have sapphire crystal, both of which really should have sapphire crystal given the style of watches they are and given the prices I paid for them. So I thought I would do a little bit of a survey today. Hands up if you would pay $20 US more for your favourite Seiko or Orient or Citizen if it had sapphire crystal rather than hardlex or mineral. Yep, that's what I thought, most of you, and me too. I would happily pay an extra 20 for an SKX, an Orient Ray, or indeed one of these two Seikos that I just picked up last week. Sapphire crystal is not expensive. I've got a project on the go. I picked up a piece of sapphire for $6 and I've tested it. It's genuine. It is just profiteering from these companies and you and I are complicit. We are enabling them to do this to us. We're allowing it by still queuing up to buy these watches. Anyway, rant over, let's flip the camera and have a look at this little Austrian today. A perfectly decent watch with a nice leather strap, a nice little buckle on that leather strap, sapphire crystal on the dial, $28 US shipped. Looks like the intro is going to be just as long as the review today, but you get my point. Sapphire crystal shouldn't be considered a luxury, it should be considered essential, especially if companies like Austrian can do them for $28. So what have we got today then? An Austrian. I wonder if that's lost in translation and it should have been Austin, Texas or Austin Powers, but never mind. I'm used to these Chinese specials selling out not long after I review them. This one, however, has mostly sold out before I even got my hands on it. People are obviously onto this one. If you are keen on this one, you can pick up the gold and white dialed version. There's several hundred of those left in stock for I think it's $28.56 today. I will leave a link in the description of the video as always. So what do you get for not a lot of cash then? Well, you actually get a box, which is always remarkable that these Chinese specials actually come nicely packaged. And you're getting a pretty straightforward little Monday to Friday desk watch. Date complication, small second hand, decent leather straps, sapphire crystal on the dial. Let's deal with the obvious question early then. Is it indeed sapphire on the dial of the Austrian? Well, I've got my Zelos Meteorite with a nice piece of sapphire and I've got an unmolested SKX 007 here. This will give a nice comparative reading using my Diamond Selector 2 high-tech piece of equipment as always. Let's see. Yep, pretty decent read. One orange bar, two orange bar there from the Zelos over to the Austrian. And indeed, yep, I'm getting two orange bars as well. And moving on to the SKX, not even a flicker. That's good enough for me today. So 40 millimeters in diameter. We've got a lug width of 20 mil tapering down to 18 mil at the buckle. Thickness of just under 1 centimeter, so just under 10 mil, and a lug tip to lug tip of 48 millimeters today. So a kind of nice set of middle of the road dimensions. This one weighed in on the supplied leather strap coming in at a smidge under 60 grams. Looks like a fairly simple three-piece 316L stainless steel case construction here. Nice polish on the mid case. Again, we've got a kind of polished bezel, this in rose gold toned. We've got a matching rose gold tone signed crown, which is always a bonus. And we've got a stainless steel screw down case back today there, just advertising the sapphire crystal, 3 atmospheres of water resistance, and the fact that it is all stainless steel. Leather strap is pretty good considering the price tag, kind of faux croc there, and as mentioned in the intro, a remarkably decent all brushed buckle there with the Austrian name, not just printed, it's actually etched into the buckle, so a nice touch at this price. Now zoomed right in on the dial and you can see quite a lot of detailing. Austin described this as personality fish scale pattern shading process, as you can see there. I probably call it guillotine. Applied indices, Arabics all the way round. We've got sort of skeletonized hands, little small second hand ticking away down there above the 6 o'clock. And as you can see, there's quite a lot of patterning on the dial. Again, pretty good considering the very modest price tag that they're charging for this one. The date complication there at the 3 o'clock, perhaps not particularly subtle in their integration. They've just kind of slammed the inboard of the Arabic and put a white box around it. But hey, you're not going to get confused between that and the number 3, are you? And on the angle there, you can make out those applied Arabics all the way around. And there is the watch on my 7-inch wrist. Kind of reasonable lug to lug, 40mm, all very nice indeed, sits quite nicely. 60 grams, not a huge amount of weight today either, especially given that it's a quartz piece. They generally tend to be a little bit lighter, as you can see there. No AR coating on that sapphire, but hey, it's $28. We shouldn't get carried away with ourselves, folks. All in all, I think it does a decent job. It's fairly inoffensive looking. I do like the applied Arabics matching the kind of rose gold tone of the bezel and the crown there. I think this is a decent little piece for under 30 bucks. Well, that's about it today. It's not a long review, it's a fairly straightforward little watch. Again, just proving the point that you don't have to spend a fortune to get a perfectly acceptable little timepiece if you just want something that you can wallop around the office, not have to worry about it because it's got a sapphire crystal. Under $30, I don't think you can go wrong with this one. So there you have it, another Chinese special, proving once again that you don't have to spend a fortune to get a decent watch on your wrist. I quite like this little Austin. It's not a bad piece at all for the money. Sapphire crystal and a decent leather strap, if you can get past the slightly unusual looks and the slightly unusual brand name. Thanks for watching, see you in the next video.